Everybody, it is Tuesday. Feels like a Saturday. I know this week is going to be one of those weeks that I'm like walking around going, what day is it? Because it's my birthday today. And so my husband took the day off, and then tomorrow's the 4th of July. Actually, is he off today? I think he's off half day. I don't know. I have to ask him. I think he might be off 2 days, which simulates a weekend to me. So then when it's over, he's going to go back to work on Friday, and then I'm going to be all messed up because then the weekend comes. So it's really, really weird. Anyway, he surprised me yesterday, and so he said, you have a massage at the spa that I like to go to at 1 o'clock today. So he said, so you have to be there, before that, and then after that you get like an hour between, and then you have a facial there. So I'm really excited. He is so sweet. He's so sweet. So I'm very excited. I'm very happy to be able to spend a little relaxation time there. And he said, really, I just want to get you out of the house so I can make your cake. And so he and the boys are going to be here making a cake, and I'm just like really touched. So I will see you guys later. This morning is 2 Sara Lee breads for 2 points. 2 tablespoons of PB Fit for 1 point, and then I got a smidgen of sugar-free syrup in there instead of jam, because let's face it, let's be real, it's my birthday. I'm saving my sugar calories for later. I've got half a cup of unsweetened applesauce for 0 points and 1 hard-boiled egg for 0 points. So altogether, I've got 3 points for breakfast. This is what I'm packing for my lunch to take with me to the spa so I don't get really hungry and blow it on something. I've got 1 Olay wrap for 1 point. I've got 1 tablespoon of hummus for 1 point. I've got 1 Morgantown cheese, a light one, for 1 point. And then chicken breast, 0 points. I've got salsa for 0 points. And so this is a 3-point wrap, and I've got a nice big apple to take with me. So 3 points. Hi everybody. All right, I am out of the spa. Oh my goodness. I have to tell you, that was really nice. That was so nice. I had a massage on my back, the Swedish massage, and then and I had a facial as well. I don't know if you can tell, but she did all kinds of stuff. So I don't know if it made any difference. I think if anything else, maybe she just really cleaned my pores out. It was really nice. Actually, I passed out like toward the end of it. It was very relaxing. And then I woke up as she was like spritzing my face with something, and I actually had a dream that my kids were hitting me in the face with a water gun. And that's why I woke up. Anyway, back to real life, right? Wonderland?
No,
Wonderful. Wonder Woman!
Yes.
Yay! Oh my goodness, did you guys make that cake?
Yeah, that's for me.
You guys helped Dad make that cake?
We're getting better.
That is the best looking cake I've ever seen in my life. Thank you guys. You're so great.
I picked Wonder Woman.
Can you guys say happy birthday for posterity?
Happy birthday to you.
Oh, you're so sweet.
Happy birthday to you.
Thank you, boys. Thank you. Look at this. I love you. Thank you, honey. You're so kind.
Baby's coming over.
I love it.
To you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear mommy. Happy birthday to you. Alright, let's see if I can do this in one blow.
Wait, something happened.
Okay, I made a wish. Can I blow it now?
My phone's totally acting up, man.
I'm gonna blow.
Not yet, not yet,
Oh, come on.
not yet, not yet. Happy birthday, cat.
Happy birthday, Can I blow?
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Mom. Thank you.
Everybody, it is 4th of July. Hope you're having a wonderful day already. Happy 4th. We have a barbecue planned for later that we're going to do. I already took a tub of Cool Whip Light out of the freezer because I need to come up with some kind of a dessert. So I'm going to use that. I have to. But so last night at my birthday at the restaurant, I never get that trio that I got, which was it was a trio of pasticcio, moussaka, and spanakopita. I love all of those things, but I usually steer away from them because they're so rich. But since it was my birthday, I thought I would go ahead and try it, and it was really good. I didn't eat the rice at all, but I ate those little things, and thought that was going to be much bigger, but they were about 2.5 by 2.5 squares of these things, of the entrees, and so it wasn't too much. It was good, and I didn't end up being like overly full. But my husband surprised me at the end of the meal. He had them come and sing to me, and they brought me a little piece of cheesecake. And so, of course, it said cat in chocolate, and I blew a candle out, and so I kind of had to eat that, right? So I did. I ate it, and it was good. They actually put it on a baklava crust, which is amazing. And then I came home, and my husband and my kids have made me a cake for birthday, and so I had a piece of that. So honestly, I'm looking back at it, I'm going, okay, it's my birthday, I'm not going to do this every day, it's okay, but I don't really know how to count all that, because I'm like, that's a lot of points, and where do I start with the entree at the Mediterranean restaurant? So I just, I just said, it's my birthday. I'm just going to let it go for tonight. I will not count it tonight of all nights. But I'm back on this morning to counting. And now yesterday I knew I was going to do something like that. So I went all day with just 6 points. And I kept my points down because last night I knew I was going to go for it and not worry about it. So I'm totally fine with it. Now today is the 4th, and we're going to be having a barbecue picnic, and we're having some family over later. And so I got a phone call. I had to pick it up. Okay, so I know what I wanted to talk to you about was yesterday when I was at the spa, there was a magazine. I think it was called like Red Bulldog or something like that. It was some kind of a sports magazine. I normally wouldn't be like pulled to reading that kind of magazine, but it was like one of the only magazines there, so I picked it up, started reading. There was actually an article in there on a surfer, champion surfer named Carissa Moore. And some of you might be interested. You might know her already, but if you're not, I would definitely, she's a really interesting individual. I would definitely, if you want to Google her around and read up on her, she's really neat. I thought that I really enjoyed the article. One of the things that really, really stuck out to me was normally when you look in sports magazines, you look at things like that, and in magazines, no doubt, there are a lot of airbrushed individuals, right? And one thing I noticed when I was looking at her was when I looked at, there was a picture of her that showed kind of like her back area, and I noticed right behind the arm back there that she looked normal, and I'm like, didn't look airbrushed. It looked like there was, she wasn't fat, right? She's extremely fit. I mean, extremely fit. She's taken like 3 world titles, on surfing. She has a very interesting style. I mean, she's definitely made an art of her sport. Extremely fit. But right behind there, where you start seeing a little like, you would say arm fat or something, but it's not really fat. It's more like just a little bit of a hangover, some bit back there, and that's one definitely place that I'm always very critical with myself. I noticed that she kind of looked normal, like a normal person. It wasn't like overly photoshopped or anything. And then I noticed something else. I was looking at her, some of the other pictures, and I said, wait a minute, she's a surfer, she's very fit. She doesn't have a thigh gap, right? This big thigh gap people are always looking for and talking about. In fact, her thighs touch together, really well. I mean, she's very full-bodied, right? But she's very, very, very fit, and she's not fat. She's normal, right? It's like, what was normal? Everybody's got their own normal, right? But what I'm saying is that she was not photoshopped. Why did they not Photoshop her body? And then upon reading the article, I could see that it was all about, now she has, she's trained since she was 12. I mean, she has got her game down. But she went through a period of time where it was real kind of rough in her life, and she ended up with an eating disorder at some point. And so she struggled with that. And she has come to a point where she has told herself, look, the body that I have, this body has got me 3 world titles, right? This body served me very, very well. And she's really made peace with her own body type, her own body, the way it looks, right? And I thought, that's beautiful. That's really, really great. And so I think it was really, really important that they didn't, and maybe they did a little bit, but they really didn't Photoshop this this article. They didn't do that. They left her body. It was very important to leave it as natural as possible, right? Anyway, I'm hoping that they didn't Photoshop anything, because it was really nice to see somebody look like a real person without, you know, something cut off or shaved off. And it's okay not to have a thigh gap, and it's okay that, you know, you have little skin hanging over at a certain area, because that's what real bodies do, right? And she was just gorgeous, you know, and I thought, there's nothing wrong about that. But I stopped comparing myself to other people. Years and years ago, I used to compare myself with other people, right? But these days, every now and then, I still catch myself comparing myself, I don't know, to something, not a particular person, but an ideal or an idea of something that I should be that isn't me where I'm at now, right? And I need to stop that, because it keeps me not content with who I am. Even though I'm always reaching for more, there's a balance that you have to get to where you are accepting of who you are every step of the way, while pushing for greatness still, right? Why are you pushing for greatness? Don't do it because you're not content with yourself. Do it because you know that you deserve the chance to be something greater, right? Because you enjoy doing something. I want to exercise because I'm enjoying doing it. I know I'm doing the best thing for myself, not because I'm seeking after an idealistic, you know, attribute or an ideal standard that I think that I'm not at right now, or I'm not good enough where I'm at, therefore I need to keep pushing, right? And that's not, I don't know, there's a negative way of looking at that, and there's a positive way about doing it, where you're just like, I'm just enjoying life. I want to remember to just enjoy being healthy and moving as part of me enjoying life. And, you know, if I tone things up, if I look great, then that's all gravy, right? That's gravy on what I already have that's abundant. So, but I want to live with the contentment that I do love who I am, and I appreciate this body that's gotten me this far, right? And I just thought it was a real eye-opener to read that, and it was a real good reminder, you know, reading about somebody else's struggle and story and how they came around. And every day she still, as she gets older, she has to think about the question, should I continue to compete? You know, this is my age, this is my fitness level and stuff, and you have to think about that kind of stuff. Anyway, I just wanted to pass that on to you today, and I don't know, in case anybody was interested in hearing those thoughts. Anyway, her name again is Carissa Moore, world surfer, amazing, amazing role model. All right, guys, love you, and I'll see you later. Bye.